There are 6 core principles when it comes to protecting people's data. They're largely the same as those in previous data protection legislation. Click through the 6 core principles to learn more. 1. Lawfulness, fairness, and transparency. Legal, fair, and clear. Can't go wrong. In this respect, fairness usually means things like consent or legitimate business interests. In fact, consent requirements are going to be stricter under GDPR. 2. Purpose limitation. This means that data can only be used for the exact purpose it was collected for. The original purpose must also be specified to the individual in question. It must be explicit, and it must be legitimate. 3. Data minimization. Controllers need to make sure they're only processing the data they need for whatever task they're doing. No looking up someone's address if you only need their name or vice versa. That kind of thing. 4. Accuracy. Data should be accurate and up to date. If it's not, update it or get rid. Makes sense. 5. Storage limitation. When you don't need data anymore, delete it. The Data Protection Officer, or DPO, will ideally create a data retention schedule. This will say how long you should be keeping hold of old data. This will also apply in product design. 6. Integrity and confidentiality. Data should have appropriate security. That means both technical measures, like encryption, and organizational measures, like making it difficult to access. This is to protect it against unauthorized or unlawful processing and against accidental loss, destruction, or damage. Crucially, this needs to be in line with the data breach reporting obligations, which we'll talk about more later. Let's talk about plaids. No, it's not the checkered or tartan twilled cloth, typically made of wool. You might want to think of it all like tartan, like plaids. Purpose limitation, only using data for the reason you gathered it. Lawfulness, fairness, and transparency. Accuracy, well, you know what accuracy means. Integrity and confidentiality, protecting data. Data minimization, only using what data you need. Storage limitation, not holding data any longer than you need it. However, you remember it. It's all common sense, for the most part. Plus, these principles closely mirror many of those under the EU directive, with some small exceptions. Okay, cool. Let's mosey.